What's up, Hayden here, and today I wanted to talk to you about the good and the bad with Apple. We've got so much to talk about after Apple's MacBook Air, Mac Mini and iPad Pro event, so let's jump right into it. So of course the star of the show was the iPad Pro. However, most people are loving this design. I'm not completely sold. However, what has completely sold me is the liquid retina display and the 120Hz smooth refresh rate, which of course allows for the more accurate and responsive Apple Pencil. This is of course a big improvement on the last iPad Pro, especially on the 2018 edition, which I have. Taking a page from the Surface Pro, the Apple Pencil also now charges whilst magnetically attached to the side of the iPad. Now let's talk about USB-C on the iPad. Are you sure you don't want this? Because you can now charge other devices like your iPhone whilst it's connected to your iPad. And with the new A12X processor chip giving you mega processing speeds, they even came for the Xbox with this one. Moving on, Apple failed to mention the removal of the 3.5mm headphone jack. And why would they? Now many people don't mind this, but Apple are still saying that the iPad Pro is popular among music professionals and DJs, and I'm pretty sure that they would love a headphone jack. Another feature I'm excited about is Adobe Photoshop coming to the iPad Pro in 2019. And of course it's going to have amazing AR tools as well, but still no Final Cut Pro, no Logic Pro, no Native Pro software from you guys 3 generations into the iPad Pro. Bad move, Apple. Also, we know the iPad Pro won't come cheap. A 12.9-inch iPad with a terabyte of storage, Wi-Fi and cellular, the new Apple Pencil, a keyboard case and a USB-C adapter, which is a must-have for a device of this capability. You're looking at a staggering, wait for it, almost £2,100. Yikes. Apple said this basically replaces your laptop, and I should hope so for that price. Now let's talk about the MacBook Air, which has been given a revamp, and it gets up to speed with the current MacBook Pro line, with a Retina display and a tapered design which takes it back to the original MacBook Air. I'm 100% behind this whole Touch ID, with the physical keyboard and the ultra slim design. That's something I wish I could have on my laptop. This really is the sleek, sexy consumer laptop, and it's definitely one for me, and I'll be purchasing the new Mac Mini for more power and replacing my early 2015 MacBook Air for day-to-day computer use. Now for most users it's going to be real nice. It's the first real change in design and performance for the MacBook Air in almost 4 years. It's been revealed that it's using a 7-watt Core i5 Amber Lake wide processor, which helps with lower power consumption. This is Apple's longest lasting laptop at around 12 hours. They've opted not to go with the traditional 15-watt U-series chip, which could have offered more gains and performance, but this is again the entry level laptop now, and for entry level with Apple we're talking at around £1,000 base price, which isn't really an entry price to me. It also puts them in a weird position with their lesser power, smaller 12-inch MacBook, yet this is still available on the Apple Store, which just seems a little confusing to me. Let's jump over to the new Mac Mini. I love how Apple just came in strong starting with speed or its video encoding, however we are comparing this to a computer that hasn't been upgraded in almost 4 years. Now if you're someone who's been waiting for the Mac Mini, I know you're going to love the upgrades here because I know I do. There's a lot more power and it starts at $799 with 128GB SSD, but we know that most people aren't going to go for that configuration, but once you start playing with the specs you could end up with a 4K plus machine. Now I think across the board Apple made great improvements to the products released on the October keynote. However, we didn't see any new iMacs. Apple teased us talking about the iPad Mini, but we didn't see anything there, which could mean that that device could be gone in the next year or two. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Did we see anything about AirPower? No. Did we see any AirPods 2? Still another no, but we didn't expect them. One thing we did note is that all the starting prices look real nice until you start playing with the configurations and it all starts to add up real fast. Now another announcement, iOS 12.1 is out and it finally brings group FaceTime. However, you only get the full effect if you're on an iPhone 6s or later, iPad Pro or later, iPad 2 or iPad Mini 4, otherwise you're limited to audio only. From the 5S to the 6 Plus or on the iPad Mini 2, Mini 3 and original iPad Air. Got all of that? Yeah, I didn't either. Lots of new emojis, upgraded camera functionality on the latest iPhone models, and Apple love a secret software upgrade. That's right, they've added an option for their MacBook Pro line to upgrade to the AMD Vega graphics chip, which brings it up to 60% performance boost over the Radeon 560X, which was the best option that they previously offered on the MacBook Pro. And it's obviously something you don't want to read if you only purchased your MacBook Pro in July. I think this could possibly be the best keynote of the year from Apple, and of course we've got that special iPad Pro. I would love to hear all of your reactions from the keynote, and what did you like and dislike? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my content. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you next week for another video.